how do you build the ultimate Alfonse? We're gonna go over different skills and modes and strengths and weaknesses and talk about hidden potential within older units. But just remember, this Gen 1 unit can take out a Gen 8 Byleth. But let me know in the comments, who's your favorite Asker? So generally what I do is take these older units and start putting them into the Sims and basically looking at things that they do well and things that they don't and things that we can use to actually get use cases for these units. But what if we could do that visually? Can Alfonse, a Gen 1 unit, take out Leon? No. Alfonse gets demolished because of course he does. Ranged units are so powerful right now. Like maybe Sanaki, even, she's not getting all of the things from debuffs around Alfonse and he still goes down hard. It is incredibly difficult and takes a very special unit to be a tank, and even then you have to build a team around them. That is not a place for older units right now. So we need to find other things to do with them. So it's time to look at this unit as a melee nuke. So right off the bat we go up against the Byleths, and this is absolutely beautiful. Demolishes them. And then survives all the other units coming in around them. That warms my heart, but we're gonna go up against Fomortis next. Now, I'm gonna spoil this. Alfonse does pretty well here. The thing I want to point out is this is not a measure of how good this unit is compared to these other units. This is a measure of where this unit's strengths and weaknesses lie. If you put this unit up against ranged units right now, you're going to fail. If you set this up as a melee nuke, however, suddenly you get things like, well, you just saw him kill Brave Edelgard. Let's face it, IS got Aether Raids right. The beauty of this mode is you get to take any unit and build on their strengths or create new strengths with a team that adds on extra stats or effects or different things that they can do. It's truly the place where you can take older units and have them excel like Alfonse. So let's start with how exactly we get enough stats on Alfonse to make him decent. There are so many ways to get different stats on units right now. It's absolutely insane, from summoner and ally support to bonus unit status, which is critical for the Askers. And gauge rings are the newest and they're absolutely fantastic. Dragon flowers, which are a bit expensive. Merges, well, not for Alfonse, but someday. Legendary and mythic support is also just absolutely phenomenal. You get a really solid build by adding all of these things together. In fact, for Alfonse, for this build that you're looking at right now, I'm getting 108 extra stats. That is incredible. 38 extra HP alone makes this unit very, very bulky. Summoners, this looks like something we can actually work with. So where can a melee nuke find a home in Aether Raids right now? The answer is easy, and it's player phase. Player phase has become so much stronger for all of the reasons we talked about, but a lot because of Edelgards. Edelgards allow you to do so many more things because they get so many more actions, and it's where the game is headed right now, even though some folks would prefer the enemy phase solutions. So, enter Alfonse as a bonus unit that can be a nice smite bot, but can he actually kill things? And we're going up against a plus 10 Hector and demolishes him. Yes, Hector is an older unit, but that Hector is fully buffed by all the mythics around them and all of the other things going on, and Alfonse made that look easy, with room to spare. This is a unit that can function very well as a secondary initiator, and remember, as a bonus unit, it means you don't have to worry about outfitting whatever random thing you summoned off the last banner. So let's look at some builds, and the first thing we want to go up against is this absolutely budget build. This is something that will work. Remember, smite bots in player phase teams are very valuable. Now, I would suggest you use a Brave weapon here. Brave Sword Plus is easy to get and does a lot of good for this unit. Then you go up against whatever nuke is left over and you're able to take them out proc Gale Force, and keep on moving. Infantry Pulse is an amazing support for the rest of the team. This is very usable. If you want to make this unit a support unit, Allied Sword is a great way to go. The Ruse 4 skills are fantastic and are available in the Divine Codes. Infantry No Follow-Up is another thing available in the codes and provides some great support for Omni tanks like Altina. Believe it or not, even though Altina is slow, Infantry No Follow-Up can still help her quite a bit. Now this last one is a really fun AoE build, and let me tell you, if you really want this unit to do damage, 94 attack is something. You could go out and just really demolish things. But let's look at another way we can use this unit. Arena, since the very beginning, we have tried to get rid of bonus units because the bonus unit system is terrible. The Askers can help you do that because they are a bonus unit every single time. You at least have one Asker. The question is, can you score high enough with them? And if you can, are they even worth using? Can you kill things with the Asker trio? What I've assembled here is the tier 20.5 thresholds from the last year. For those of you who aren't familiar, tier 20.5 is when you promote into tier 21 every other season, demoting every other season, and go back and forth like that is a great way to maximize rewards. All of this is from a Reddit user named Sir Rob X, and thank you, you do the Lord's work. Now, what this is really saying is that for the most part, if you fish for 758, you're going to be just fine as long as you aren't in Chaos Season and as long as a high scoring unit isn't the bonus unit that's very popular. For instance, Brave Corrin bumped up the scores as well as the Byleths. But this has been fairly stable for a while, so you can pretty much bank on this being okay until they have some other bump that's coming, I guess, eventually. Let's look at what this actually means as a team. And I could go into the math here, but understand that if you're fishing, it's going to take 8 crests a week in order to use this team. The thing is, we are using an older legendary in Lilina. She just hit the remix banners. You've got Crom, who's over 2 years old now. You've got Rayson, who is a very old dancer, and you had G-Duel flying in the Ephemera. This can be assembled fairly easily, and this team is going to be able to, score-wise, get you in to tier 21 from tier 20. But can this unit actually kill anything? This map offered an excellent example of what I'm looking for, and you can see I can very easily sift out the units that are going to absolutely demolish Alphonse, like Leon, and the units that actually he can take a hit from, including Crom and Corrin, which we're about to see. What I've done is continue to let them kind of sift around, and I'm going to take Nana and just clear the way on the other side while I'm getting into position with Alphonse. Alphonse here, the biggest thing, he does have no quarter, and we're going to talk about that more, but that is almost a necessity for any of the Askra trio right now. Good riddance to Leon, and we're going to set this up. You're going to notice that Alphonse is going to have a bit of trouble taking out Crom. You guys all know, but Crom has amazing defenses, so it takes a little bit, but with some nudging, we're still able to one-shot him. And then Corrin comes in, and this is absolutely unbelievable to me because Alphonse one-shots her. That's incredible and tells you just the power of what this unit can do. This unit is very viable in Arena. But let's talk about builds. I'm gonna be honest with you, this budget build is going to be difficult to work with, but I took as much free-to-play stuff as I possibly could, and most of this can be gotten in codes or just pity breakers that you get. The hard part is Folkvanger is terrible. It is an awful, awful weapon. If at all possible, use one of the arcane weapons. Either one of them are good, although I do prefer Arcane Devourer over Eleuthir. Still, this unit can do things, and I would recommend trying to charge up that special as quickly as possible because that's going to be the best way to kill things. As far as the next one, Assassin Strike has helped so many units, and in this build it helps quite a bit as well. You're getting the double from Eleuthir. There is definitely a plethora of no follow-up, so you're going to have to watch out for that with this weapon. The thing that I want you to notice with all of these builds though is that our dual infantry 4 is an absolute necessity. You will not score high enough with this unit otherwise, so you need to have that skill. As far as the C skill goes, remember that what C skills really are helping your team out. If you've got a lot of infantry units, infantry null follow-up is fantastic, as well as giving it to Alfonse since he doesn't get that through Eleuthir. Now this last build is my favorite. I've talked about how great Arcane Devourer is, but Brash Assault 4 really complements what this unit wants to do, and Infantry Pulse 4 is an amazing skill that they're starting to give out on more units. Take advantage. The real thing that makes this unit pop though is no quarter plus Marth support. And let me tell you how important that is for making this unit work. If you have no other premium skills, if you take that budget build and put no quarter on them, suddenly Alfonse can do things. There's a copy in the codes, and we are also getting more units with that skill, so be on the lookout. I am a huge fan. You're probably asking yourself, did I go back to this replay to show off my just absolutely decked out Alfonse, or to show off how no quarter just absolutely destroys Eleuthir? The answer is yes. So just understand, this is how good this is. Look at that Eleuthir just get smashed. Keep that in mind. Like, it is an amazing, amazing special that they've given us. The last thing I want to talk about is quests and missions. And listen, this is the way we have to use Alfonse the most. This is what makes Alfonse probably one of the most used units in the game, because the game keeps making us use them in order to get rewards. In this case, orbs. So anytime you feel just a little guilty about giving Alfonse stuff, remember, you're going to be using this unit a lot. My competitive friends right now are going absolutely nuts because yes, you can use something much simpler in order to take out these quests than what I've shown here. And that is the case, and I'll show you good builds for that shortly. But there's something wildly satisfying about being able to absolutely sweep a team with Alfonse and 3 dancers. It is a lot of fun. Is this necessary? No. Is it great? Yes. If you do nothing else to your Alfonse, this first build is great. Brave Sword Plus and Deathblow 6. That's a combination that's going to get you a lot of mileage in just these quests and missions. So understand, that's all you have to do. The breaker skills are fantastic because you're always going to have him either killing an axe or a green dome. Throw those on there, you're golden. These next 2 builds are a bit ridiculous, and one of the reasons is I've shown you a lot of the very useful stuff that's happened up above, and I wanted a chance to just be ridiculous. So, Attack Defense Clash 4, Attack Defense Bulwark 4 that only comes on Altina, and Attack Speed Pledge which only comes on Legendary Eleuthir. Do I care? No, that was really fun to do with the unit builder. But this unit can do a lot of things, and for the most part, this unit will solo most of those bound hero battles for the orbs. The last one, this is actually kind of great, and I love this, but no quarter plus potent 4 is a fantastic combination, and this is going to be a lot of fun with Insight attack speed. Is this way over investing in your Alfonse? Of course, but if you feel like spoiling him, I really like that max investment build. Now, if you enjoy videos like this, I just finished up a Gale Force video. I had a ton of fun with that. Go check that out. Members, you are absolutely amazing. This is Pivot Master 2 signing off. Take care and schedule an appointment with FEHology real soon.